Well, U.S. President Barack Obama has formally renewed a national emergency with respect to Iran, which keeps sanctions against the country in place for at least one more year. In a letter to Congress, Obama has described some actions and policies of the Iranian government as serious threats to the U.S. national security, foreign policy, and economy. The national emergency with respect to Iran was first issued back in March 1995. It has been routinely extended annually since then. This year, the National Emergency Act has been extended nearly 4 months after Iran and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council secured an interim deal on the country's nuclear energy program. The agreement was seen as part of Iran's confidence-building measures to resolve more than a decade-long standoff with the West. For more insight on that story, Press TV's newsroom director, Hamid Reza Emadi, joins us now from our studios here in Tehran. Mr. Emadi, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Give us your opinion on Obama's decision, the timing of it, and some of the comments he made in his letter to Congress about Iran being a serious threat to U.S. national security and even its economy.
Yes, the United States is just increasing the trust deficit that does exist between the two countries. 1953, you see CIA stages the first overseas coup that the CIA ever staged against any country, against the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh in Iran. And then you see the United States continues the hostility towards the Iranian nation when it comes to the 1980 to 88 war that Saddam Hussein's Iraq waged against Iran. And the United States helped Saddam Hussein, funded its killing machine, armed Saddam Hussein. And you see after that the United States Navy is downing the Iranian passenger plane, killing hundreds of Iranians. And then you see the United States imposing sanctions against the Iranian nation and creating economic problems for the ordinary Iranians. So that this line of hostility by the United States against the Iranian nation continues for 6 decades now, non-stop. And now you see this emergency act thing, against Iran. What kind of threat Iran is posing to the U.S. security? What kind of threat Iran is posing to the U.S. economy? Iran helped the United States when the United States invaded Afghanistan in terms of intelligence, provided the U.S. with intelligence, and right after that, Iran was branded as a member of an axis of evil by then President George W. Bush. Iran has been trying to play a very active role in putting down regional crises, and the U.S. is the one that has been creating regional crises in this part of the world. And now Iran is being branded as a threat to the U.S. national security, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Mr. Emadi, most importantly, what could actions of this type mean if a final deal is reached between Iran and the P5+1 in a matter of months?
Well, actually, the U.S. has to show goodwill towards the Iranians. Iran is talking in good faith with the Americans and with their allies within the P5+1. And these kind of actions by the United States are not really helpful. They will damage the spirit of cooperation and good faith negotiations that Iran has demonstrated, but it's been very much lacking on the part of the United States.
Thank you very much. Press TV's newsroom director, Mr. Hamid Reza Emadi. Your comments are much appreciated.